thought you could escape me.
I think they were hoping.
I'm like the plague.
Well, Jacob, you remember that
You cannot get rid of me.
You have to remember, they don't notice.
I'm here.
They don't notice the gap in time that's been.
Oh, I mean, last week.
Okay, so anyway, ready to start?
Yes. Okay, in 3, 2.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ian.
Jacob.
And we're here.
What?
And we're running
it back. We're running it back.
So what happened last time?
It was almost instant. No.
It's too late now.
I'm Captain Marvel is
Connor.
no longer a member.
What? He might not be. That was up for debate.
He could have been kicked off the team.
He could have been. They were doing voting for members of the league. Yeah, for new members.
Lex Luthor
is
somehow managed to get cooler than he already was.
Turns out Connor is half human. So that's why he'll never get his abilities. His Kryptonian DNA is somewhat repressed because cloning alone is kind of difficult. But they're trying to clone Kryptonian DNA. So, a little unstable. The first attempt, which we saw, there was an attempt before Connor. He was a little nuts.
He wasn't as happy.
Nah.
He didn't have a girlfriend.
He didn't have a mind, really. He didn't have anything. He was primal.
His social skills were subpar.
But yeah, that's why Connor's probably his strength isn't gonna ever really get to the same extent as Superman's. He's not gonna have laser vision or flight, so there's that. And also he has some programming in him where if he just red sun will shut him down for a moment.
That's a tough one.
Yep.
I mean, besides the hard nerfs though, it does give Connor some room for, I guess you could say, ambition. Like he's
got some growth in terms of depth.
Because he still has super strength.
Right.
He could become better at martial arts with Canary.
For sure.
And challenge Superman in terms of combat.
You see, well,
Dark Spider-Man.
Sleep tight, baby girl.
See?
You were warned, Mr. Jones.
Hey.
No one likes a crusading reporter.
Please, not in front of my daughter.
I'm sorry. You know how it is. I'm on deadline. And so are you.
Oh. I was like, that's a dark start to this show.
Still kind of was. Someone trying to kill her dad for being a reporter.
I got nothing against you archers. I don't suppose you'd let me finish off Jones and go about my web-slinging way? Not a chance.
See, the thing that's crazy about this
Take the lead on this one.
Hold on. Okay, what?
is that they don't miss. So he literally was just predicting.
They can miss. It's just a risk.
Yeah, that's right. He's literally predicting their shots.
Bonus points for poetic justice. Gotta check your cargo. All clear, Professor.
Why, thank you, Sportsmaster. It's my pleasure. Pleasure.
And they got the super genius out. Alright.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
This wouldn't have anything to do with the light.
I lost one daughter. I couldn't bear to lose another, so I begged them to help keep you on the straight and narrow.
You begged?
So I was some sort of pity case? No, you're taking this all wrong. Artemis! Artemis, wait! Okay, so maybe I wasn't brought in because I impressed them. I just spent the last 4 months doing nothing but. I've got nothing to prove. I'm one of a kind.
Recognized. Artemis B07.
Artemis! Just in time. Look who's agreed to join the team. Finally!
Sure. Teams needed a real archer.
Okay, people. Listen up. Thought the ex-sidekicks could suit up on this. Aqualad, Kid Flash, Red Arrow.
Good. Stakeouts make me crazy.
We could use the night off. I want in. With McGann and Robin out, no one's logged more hours piloting the bioship.
Artemis? Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
She's gonna make a mistake out of spite.
You are a real archer. No, I mean, I'm jazzed about Red Arrow. We go way back, you know? But you've made your own place on the team. You have nothing to prove. Well, not to me, okay?
Okay.
Now that's how you flirt.
Well, that's how you be
Done.
Not flirting, is be nice, Jacob.
It sounded fine out loud.
Red Tornado. Got any good stakeouts for us?
I do not. You must amuse yourselves.
That's Tornado's apartment, right? It is, but Tornado doesn't eat or sleep or change clothes or, well, anything.
So?
So, what does he do up there?
Being a mass word destructive weapon.
Hey, sis. Long time no reveal who you really are to all your friends. Nice. Canary teach you that? Bet you run out of arrows before I run out of sword. Unless you plan on breaking out the pointy ones to use against your own sister.
Why shouldn't I? You are working with Sportsmaster!
Not my choice. Not my call.
Then whose call is it?
Why, Arrow? If you wanted another date, you only had to ask.
You two are dating?
What? No!
Why deny the attraction? After all, Arrow, you're here.
I read you. Keep him busy. Sportsmaster!
Oh, too bad, lover boy.
Jerk.
But at least a kiss is still a kiss.
Hey, smack.
And a sigh is just a sigh. And quite the souvenir, by the way.
Artemis, tracer arrow on Sportsmaster now!
Smack.
He's out of range.
Move!
Huh. Trash. Dang.
You're
Yeah.
abandoning?
I'm prioritizing!
Leave him alone!
Artemis!
Can't use a sword.
Forget me! What about Cheshir?
Did you...
Tracer's on her sword.
Brilliant. I knew you could... Oh, hey, there's the guys.
Yes.
So we threw the fight as ordered.
Is that what I think it is?
fish.
Well, it was part of one.
Thought you'd want it back since it goes so nicely with the one red arrow gave you. Someone on your team doesn't trust you.
Gave him a reason.
Arrow to Aqualad. Located Cheshire and Sportsmaster. Rendezvous at my coordinates.
Acknowledged. Sending kid ahead.
There we go. So good.
Oh, wow. I was like, he just got impaled.
Yeah, I know.
All right, what's with the new bot?
I am a robot. This is an android.
Oh, my bad.
He will serve as my alter ego, John Smith, and allow me to download my consciousness so that I may walk among humans, interact, and learn.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Hand to hand, you're not.
Glad and I found the tracer on a caboose.
All
And I don't
he
mean
did
Cheshire's.
She must have ditched it.
Yeah, figured. Wait,
He didn't win.
He didn't win.
He just
They were
lived.
close, but he lived.
He didn't run away.
All done.
Freeze!
Drop the case. Oh,
Don't be absurd.
this is the
With
wrong
what
room.
we've created tonight, I could. Why waste such power on her? Do as she says. Freeze!
He's such a troll, man. It's so good, though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh. He teleported the whole
All of
team. Heck yeah.
Her tracer, so Cheshire ditched it.
No, Artemis ditched that. To send us on a wild goose chase, she put this one on Cheshire.
Artemis? Are you that freaked out about Arrow joining the team you had to prove yourself by bringing down the bad guys solo? Please tell me I'm wrong. Well, nice going. What you proved is that you're insecure and selfish. Keep the sigh. This is the right souvenir for the mission.
So how will you betray us next time?
Enough.
Is everything
Fine, Mom. I just want to go to bed.
Hey.
Wouldn't want to upset your mother.
What are you doing here?
Just curious to hear how your little team took their defeat. Blamed you, didn't they? And what if they learned the truth about the family ties you've worked so hard to hide? Would they ever trust you again?
Thanks for the pep talk, Dad. We should have these family reunions more often.
You can fight Jade. You can fight me. But you can't fight who you are. Time to switch sides, Artemis. You'll never be one of them. You belong with us.
Oh, look at her face.
So that's it for this week's episode.
I love that you didn't catch on until the until he actually or she said it. There's so many people that unfortunately kind of like, oh wait a second, hold on. And that's unfortunate because it's much more of a satisfactory reaction whenever someone doesn't get it until they say it.
These family ties.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Cheshire. Yeah, she's kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, like
That
I mean,
makes
anybody
sense.
could think it's Cheshire, so that's right.
Kind of a
He
bad
could just
guy.
be a total jerk. I mean, he knows that they work together. Or,
Yeah.
they work together, and he knows who she is because of Cheshire. No, it's her dad. Yeah, both her parents were criminals in the days of yore.
So, we got
Uh-huh.
Lex influence on the team. Good. Check. Bad guy. Now we have a Sportsmaster influence on the team. Yep. What's next?
Well,
Robin is Joker's son?
Oops. Funny you should say that. Did you ever watch Return of the Joker?
No.
Batman Beyond? The movie?
No.
We gotta watch that, dude.
Oh my god.
That's so good. Anyway, yeah, it was funny because it was last episode when we stopped.
Shut up. Okay. Shut up.
Uh-huh.
This is my show now.
Go ahead.
This entire episode was dead ass amazing. But we didn't touch on any of the key points that happened last episode. Like nothing. There was no connection whatsoever to what happened.
Except that Roy has been confirmed to have made the cut. There's Ty.
Where's Captain Marvel?
They haven't said it. Well,
where are any of the other people?
They didn't announce it.
We didn't even see Batman this episode. He led the entire vote.
Yeah, because him and Robin are on another mission right now. They're dynamo duoing. The thing is, the only reason that he told Roy is because he's there, and he was trying to convince him to work with the team before joining the league to set an example, as he says. You know, it's like, you gotta, show them, act a certain way. Show them that you're acting differently now, I guess, and not like the jerk you were before.
Now here we are.
Hey, boy. But what I thought was funny is when we left off last episode is we were during it we were talking about kind of want to watch the next episode, but we'll just wait till next time. Like, okay. Inside, I was like, ooh, boy, don't you wish you watched it right now? Because I know Artemis is one of your favorites, and I was like,
yes!
I know what next episode is, so like, yeah, sure, we can watch it next time.
But Wally...
Mm-hmm. Wally was being nice. Actually cool about it.
He wasn't... Okay, so he wasn't being overbearing.
No, he was being understanding.
He wasn't being overly flirtatious. He was literally just being a kind...
Yeah.
person.
Actually,
he was being genuine.
Yeah, he wasn't. It is kind of like a very. It's not flirting what he was doing. It's could be considered as flirting, I guess, or maybe the small element of flirting, because you're complimenting somebody, you're like trying to lift them up and everything. That can be somewhat flirtatious.
Well,
in a way, but it's definitely not the same kind as he's kind of been known to do.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Major step up.
Yeah, and not only that, like, it was he was
very mature this episode.
Yeah, but not only that, I like that he picked up on it. Because sometimes people wouldn't pick up on like why she's being the way she is, or like that would affect her in the first place. First off, unfortunately, he didn't see what happened before with her mom, where she finds out that they approached her mom first. And she's kind of worried that, oh well, I don't want her to get put away, so maybe work with them and talk to her. And so she thinks that
makes sense.
She now thinks that
two bad guy parents are the ones kind of like, you know what? I don't want my daughter being a bad guy
because of what happened to her.
Yeah. So
and she's a mother, and she's like, I've already lost one to the life. I don't want another one to follow in the same footsteps. So therefore, this is fine with me. I'm actually cool with this. I like that you're doing what you're doing right now. As she stated before, most mothers would be appalled or terrified. Like, I'm down for this.
Yeah.
But
this isn't the bad side.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Artemis took it as.
Dad.
Well, I was saying, Artemis. Unfortunately, she took it as, feeling like a charity case, feeling like someone, or a pity case, as she said.
Yeah.
And so
she didn't get in there on her own.
Yeah,
merits.
she didn't feel like she got. Yeah, she didn't feel like she earned it. And so, like, with someone like in her background, someone who's been raised in the sort of life that they have, and like where she's living right now, as you can see, the kind of neighborhood, that kind of like charity isn't always welcomed. Even if it's not charity, somebody can misconstrue kindness or just acceptance as charity. So unfortunately, that went that route, and then so that kind of started a snowball of insecurity, and hence the name of the episode. And so when she saw it, she's like, maybe I didn't get on my own merits, but I've proved myself these past 4 months.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, the line, I'm one of a kind, walks in, hey, Roy's here!
Roy's here!
And I was like, oh, god damn, she's like, fine. Yeah, like the team needed a real archer.
Roy even made, like, an expert shot on a speedboat.
It just adds so, like, he shot up, and then it angled down, and it shot the freaking tracker onto it.
Yeah.
God, it's just gotta. And then freaking Cheshire's like, oh, that's gotta sting. He made the shot you didn't even try to do. It's like, all right, back down, relax. No need for that, freaking evil sister. But no, yeah, seeing her like whenever they were talking about, or he heard her, I think, saying about the team needing a real archer after he's like, Roy's gonna join the team after Oliver kind of brought that up. Wally actually kind of noticed her. He heard that statement in the first place and the tone of it, which is, it was kind of apparent, but sometimes, especially at that age, you might not catch that. But luckily, Wally actually did. He's actually kind of paying attention to people, and I feel like almost Artemis especially, and it's funny just because, again, as we saw from how they've started. And so, like, he's opened up more so, and he's also kind of, again, as you said, he's matured emotionally and is able to not necessarily see it as, like, here, let me just say some kind words to just, butter you up. I'm going to say some actual things, actual things that would pertain to this, and, that are from the heart, if you will.
It's that genuineness.
Yeah. And I like how when he first started, he's like, this, You don't, what do you say? You are a real archer. And she was just like, it kind of came off. Yeah, she didn't. She was like, kind of came off almost like as just saying it because. But I was like, no. You've proven yourself. You don't need to keep doing so. At least not to me, or whatever he had said exactly to that point. But it was, and then she finally kind of was welcome to that, which was a big thing for her too, because she doesn't always kind of let the walls down very often. As we saw, especially in episode 18 with the whole secrets thing, and she almost kind of blurted out who her sister was to Zatanna. Speaking of which, the side story with the other group, including Red with the android body that he's put together. Very interesting, just like the fact that he's making that.
I mean, I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean,
that's cool.
And if you don't want for someone like Red who wants to learn more about humans and try to be more human, to have the ability to, walk amongst them and not get the eyes of just like, oh my god, what is or not? They won't freak out. They know who he is. They'll be like, oh my god, clamoring around him like all kind of almost like fans and whatever. And just
he now has his own
secret identity.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, well,
Clark Kent.
Secret identity.
John Stobeck.
That we did see definitely a lot of the integrations of the light kind of swaying, or I guess manipulating the system. First off, we know Ivo too, but Hugo is involved with the light, and so with him being the warden of Bel Rev, he's actually he allowed Ivo to put up an android of himself, or a robot of himself, allowed Sportsmaster to take him, and then when they when they escaped, then Artemis was just like, yo, these people are working together. Ivo was out of prison. And it was like, well, actually, it's not. It's not even a robot. It's the real Ivo, so it can't be what you're saying. So now she looks even less trustworthy than already, which is quite a bit considering she unfortunately, sent them on a wild goose chase with a decoy tracker.
She's trying her best, but
yeah, she doesn't want them to find out, unfortunately, about the ties. Which, I mean, I get, but unfortunately, that really didn't help in her situation at all, and she's even lost some favor with Wally in that regard.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Well, he thinks of it as a different reason.
Yeah, they think it's a different reason, but she can't say no. Actually, it's because I didn't want you to find out. She could, but she doesn't want them to find out. Henceforth, why did I say that? That's why she put the tracker in the first place. So it's a bit of unfortunate events going on with Artemis, and now her dad's like, hey. Baby girl, why don't you join this side? Hey. So
we start at $8 an hour.
I doubt that. They're criminals. They can steal whatever they want. And I'm sure the League gives them quite a bit of money. They're assassins, so
yeah.
Yeah. Because Cheshire works with the League, so the League of Assassins or Shadows. I forget what they call them this one. I think it's League of Shadows.
League of Shadows, yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely tell how much both, not just Artemis, how both of them hate Sportsmaster so much. When the freaking she's like, why shouldn't I, try to take you out? You were working with sportsman. She's like, not my choice, not my call. It was like the venom in that, man.
Yeah,
it was like, oof, okay.
Now
sorry.
it makes sense.
I hate him for what he probably put them through. Terrible pops, terrible father.
You found me?
Yeah, it's fine. Good. But yeah, it was quite unfortunate that he's made contact, and now that she's lost some favor with him, it could go either way, depending on how persistent he is on bringing her over.
I think Wally will save this.
He has to find out.
My boy Wally is gonna save this. It's him.
You are the one, Wally. So I guess that's it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed Jacob's fantastic reaction to that reveal. If you want to see next week's episode, you will want to probably. Go ahead and check out our Patreon over here. And if you want to stick, or actually subscribe. But if you want to see it early, check our Patreon. It's been a while.
Subscribe over here?
Nope. Oh, yeah, that
playlist up here. Patreon over here.